This is the Jaffel Report.
While I'm out for a neighborhood ride on the e-bike here in Metro Vancouver, I notice a homeowner gently misting his driveway with Roundup like he's seasoning a cast iron pan. And I think, yep, nothing says good person like a light chemical glaze before noon. Now Roundup, originally Monsanto, now Bayer, because nothing says fresh start like a rebrand, has been through more courtrooms than a law and order marathon. According to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, glyphosate is probably carcinogenic. Meanwhile, as of 2026, the Pest Management Regulatory Agency, or PMRA, that's the Division of Health Canada responsible for regulating pesticides like glyphosate, maintains that glyphosate is safe when used according to labeled directions, assuming the wind also agrees to follow directions. Here in BC, we don't just use the stuff on driveways. According to provincial forestry practices, glyphosate gets sprayed to knock back deciduous trees like aspen, so conifers can grow nice and profitable. As reported in recent coverage, usage has dropped down to something like 88% since 2018, but hundreds of hectares were still treated as recently as 2025, especially around Prince George. Which raises the obvious question: if we're reducing it that much, why are we still doing it at all? We go with that because the alternative is thinking, and maybe checking out stopthespraybc.com. So what sets the moral bar? Is it laws? Because historically laws have been a little like New Year's resolutions. Well-intentioned, inconsistently applied, and often abandoned when inconvenient. Is it profit? Because if something sells well enough, we tend to reclassify it from questionable to necessary. As reported in discussions of regulatory capture, and yes, that's as cozy as it sounds, industries sometimes help write the rules that govern them, which feels efficient right up until you realize your smoke detector was designed by the fire. Now toss in power. The big moral brain teaser. Sacrifice 10 people to save 10,000. Sounds very philosophical. Until you realize governments actually do this math. As reported in everything from pandemic policy to infrastructure planning, someone's always deciding what level of harm is acceptable. Usually not the people being harmed, which does take some of the fun out of it. Canada, of course, likes to believe it does all this with a nicer tone. We say sorry while filling out the paperwork, but according to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, this country once framed residential schools as moral, necessary, even compassionate. Which is a reminder that morality can wear a very convincing costume. And then along came Indigenous perspectives, which, while diverse, tend to ask a slightly different question. Not, can we get away with this, but what does this do to everything else? As reported in Indigenous teachings and legal traditions, land isn't just dirt with developmental potential, it's a relationship. So why should you care? Because morality isn't about some abstract TED Talk. It's your daily autopilot. It's what you laugh off, what you justify, what you quietly know but don't poke too hard because it might ruin your afternoon. And sure, none of us gets it perfect. But if your ethics never slow you down, even a little, they might be a convenience wearing a halo. I appreciate you taking 5 minutes with this old boomer settler. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and check out my merch coming soon. Oh, who am I, you ask? Just another friendly observer. Call me Jaffo.
The Jaffel Report.ca.
The Jaffel Report is downloadable from wherever you get your podcasts from. That's the JaffelReport.ca. Life can be overwhelming, and sometimes we all need a moment to recharge. I initially discovered guided meditation back in my 40s, but neglected it until my heart attack in my 60s. Eventually, I started recording my own guided meditations, and now I'd like to share them with the public. Whether you prefer a simple, soothing voice or a rich experience by adding music with ambient sounds, I've got you covered. The meditation sessions start at $4.20 each. The first 3 are free. Visit 420guidedmeditation.ca. That's the number 420guidedmeditation.ca. And start your journey to inner calm. Your path to peace is just a click away.